Hello, welcome. What a crazy week it's been. I don't know where to start. I'm gonna just start with the message, I guess. I'm currently back at the office. It is Saturday, the day after the presentation, and I still need to like really rest up because on the day off, I actually got to sleep maybe like 3 hours in a little bit, and I was still so excited after the presentation, and I still really get to catch up on some of that well needed rest. So actually, what I will be doing is cleaning up this mess because, as you can see, it is just the only way to describe is it is a actual explosive went off in this place because yeah, it's a mess. It's a real mess, and I need to fix that before I can do anything. And also Monday when I get here, I want to be able to start work immediately. I don't want to be cleaning up everything, so I'm gonna just be focusing on making sure that everything here gets organized again. And once that is completed, then I'm gonna get to actually a stage where I'm more thanking also people for the experience that I had, and everything. So please stay tuned for that in the video. But I'm gonna start at the beginning. So for the past 2 weeks, I've been putting in a lot of hours. I've been working most of the days. I would be waking up at about like 9 o'clock in the morning. I would be at the office at about 11, and then I would come home at about like 3:30 in the morning. So I would be working like maybe like 14 to 15 hour days consistently over the last like 14 days, I would say also. So that has been a lot of work, but I've been also able to accomplish a lot. Not the full goal as I kind of hoped I would, but at the same time in this process, I've just gained a whole lot of knowledge. I've gained like a lot of experience with how to actually build something, how to put something together, and at the same time, it changed the way that I kind of do things and operate. My hands actually physically changed. I don't know if you can see, but my hands are all bruised up. Like my fingers in some spaces don't even have like the fingerprint on them, but I got like a lot of like wounds and stuff on both hands. So it's been like a very hard process also like physically, but I would really take out workout clothes with me to the office because I would just know that I would be sweating my ass off while I'd be drilling to aluminum, and it's really physical too. So that has kind of been the whole process leading up to the past Friday. And Friday I was supposed to actually drive into Oscom. That was at least what I planned on. And the thing that missed out, everything that is left to do is basically changing up some of the steering angles. So basically, if you can come here, I can kind of showcase that this is already rotating. So once I'm rotating this hill system here, you can see the steering rods coming in and out. So it's going left to right. But the one problem is if I'm not turning right, so that direction it's supposed to go that way, and you can see it is going left. So I need to reverse the rotation of the gearing here to actually make it go right when you're steering right. So that is the first problem. Here I also have some 3D printed components. Here it's kind of broken, so I can showcase a little bit how it is 3D printed. But actually this was printed in one go with these two components with just a little tolerance between the two so that they can move separately. Yeah, that has been also like a really cool experiment to have because those are like methods that you can only that you can only produce. Well, I should say, damn, that was the wrong word. Um, that you can only produce when you're using 3D printers because there's no other methods to kind of get that level of parts that you can produce around each other. You know, no CNC mill can kind of produce that. And this is like a little ball joint so that I can attach that to the actual steering arm, and that will allow the steering system to be able to bounce up and down with the suspension while it's actually like traveling over bumps, but then still maintaining the steering angle that you want to put into the car. So I still need to modify that, but at the moment I designed it in a little bit of a wrong manner where I attached the steering angle. I should have kind of put the ball joint not to the front here, but actually like pointing to the side, so it is more in line with the actual steering rotation. So that I will change to kind of mount this sideways instead of forward. So that is everything on the front. We did have the braking system completed, so now actually this is a motorcycle handle for the braking system, but actually when you're actually applying braking pressure, you can also see it here on the brake disc on the caliper, that if I'm like pulling the piston, it is kind of moving in and out. I think if I rotate it a little bit separately and then push it, then hopefully you could see it, but that is working. And then also the electronic system for the actual acceleration of the car. We have the batteries, those are in the office, but I will put them here in the battery box. And as soon as that is attached to the computer control unit and electrical motor, then I will be able to kind of turn the key. And now you can see it doesn't have any charge because the batteries aren't connected to it. But then I will be able to kind of pull the throttle, and then the motor will start to turn. And this is the final part that I also wanted to print and install to actually get the car driving for Friday, that wasn't able to actually attach together yet. But here you can see the drive shaft that is connected from the electrical motor here to the rear wheel. And this is also like a 3D printed component. These are printed in 2 pieces, but it is actually also like a turning component that is also kind of be able to shift in and out that way. So you can also still then apply rotation to the rear wheels while it's actually traveling over bumps and stuff. So if this wheel is moving in and out through the suspension, then the rotation, the distance between this point and this point needs to change continuously, because it isn't constant if it's traveling over bumps. But then even while it is traveling over bumps, you can see that it will continue to kind of feed the rotation through these angles through the rear wheel. So that is kind of like also a piece that was 3D printed in one go, with just enough tolerances between these links to kind of make sure that they can rotate in all angles. But still, while I'm putting a lot of pressure on it, you can, it will still maintain like some torque. So I don't know how much torque that is, but it will be a little bit for a while. It will be strong enough to kind of drive with it if I don't like apply a max torque at one go, but just gradually kind of build onto the power. So that is also something that I'm really experimenting a lot with, and that I'm trying to also figure out on if I can maybe file some patents for ideas that I have with that. It's for certain mechanisms that could be operated with mechanisms like that. So yeah, that is something that is to come. But not what I'm about to show you. That is like already existing stuff, that is not that special. I have some other stuff coming, but we have also reinforced it, so not everything yet, but I did buy enough of these aluminum like thin sheets that I could press them against these bars and bolt them down, so that all of these kind of become one component instead of being separate the way that they are now. So also here you can see that the base one, it kind of broke off. So here I will attach it automatically like to another 3D printed piece that is below it here, so that it's just in its proper position. But then when it is in its proper position, I will take more of these bars and kind of reattach it from all of the different angles to kind of get that in there, so that way the whole frame will kind of become a connected one-piece structure still, instead of having it with just the 3D printed components that are keeping it together. And that way it will really be able to take a hit. It won't really be able to flex in other ways that it might have if we didn't have it securely put together in the proper manner. So that is also something that my dad kind of hinted at doing, that it was his idea to kind of reinforce it this way. And yeah, that is, I think it would definitely add to a lot of strength to it. And yeah, it's good that he suggested that. Thank you. So that is kind of everything that we have here. Once all of that is connected, we'll be able to drive the chassis, and then we will reconnect all of these body panels to make sure that it actually also looks like the micro car. At the same time, I'm very close, and that is kind of why it is still frustrating, because I think with maybe like a day more I would have been able to complete it. But and also with that, the braking system is complete and that is functioning, so that is also very cool. And I'm also putting like a link to the actually here at Vanemadeweg, there is MotoGP, I believe is the name. I will put it in like the description. Those guys helped me out with actually filling up the brakes with the hydraulic fluid to actually be able to operate them, and the system is working, so that is also very cool and gratifying to see. I still need to rest way more. I haven't been able to sleep a lot still afterward. I've been working still. I just get so inspired after these moments that I just can't really like, fully come to my peace in a way, but I will get there. But I just need a little bit more to actually finish the car, then I will find some more sleep. Do in this video is send like a massive thank you to like all the people around me that have been helping me out throughout this whole process. Like just my friends and family and everybody that has been supporting the journey that I'm on. It's been a crazy process, and the team that I'm growing around me is also continuously growing with more people that are starting to see like the value that this vision could add to the community, and how we could all kind of benefit from what I'm trying to achieve here, So And that is something that I'm really trying to get into way more with, just building the team around us, and also making sure that the people that contribute and add value also get that value reciprocated, you know. So I never want to be in a situation where I don't over deliver on somebody that is delivering their energy on me. So yeah, if you're around me also, it is my purpose to make sure that your life gets better too, than it was before, you know. So that is also really something that I will stress, and like let people know, like, this is about us. It's not just me trying to accomplish something. So so really, like, I'm super grateful for all of the people around me. Everybody is just on go mode, you know. Like all of my guys are just working their ass off. So everybody is just helping each other to kind of get to a better level, and to kind of reach um, more of an audience, more of a network, to kind of, you know, be able to accelerate each other's growth in a way, you know. So yeah, that's really valuable to have around that whole community that is kind of helping build on this. And finally, I also want to say thank you to all of the people that were there to kind of celebrate this moment with me on Friday. I know it was kind of disappointing not having the car to actually drive in there, but hopefully, like, the message was clear in what I wanted to do, and to kind of expose myself to the community in a way that people kind of know who I am and what I'm trying to add to the community, and the value that I'm trying to bring in, generate with all of this new technology stuff, you know. So yeah, I'm very grateful for everybody that showed up. Also, the people that couldn't make it, like, please, like, we will have more events coming. I will be all over the place trying to promote this thing. And then like you may also have seen, like, I'm also now working on the 3D design for the actual production version for it. And then we were going to start the actual sale of the first 25. So if you're interested in also maybe purchasing one of these cars, please also get in touch with me. Please also do it via Instagram, at Feldbaum Studios. Feldbaumstudios.com is going to be live also very soon, so also stay on the lookout for that. But that will be a separate announcement. And yeah, there's a lot of crazy things coming, so make sure to keep an eye on us. We're not done yet.